Harris is the first African-American and the first Asian-American vice president. She served as a U.S. Senator from California from 2017 to 2021. I want to personally thank you, Vice President Harris, for reaching out to tribes to gauge our input on the use of the $1 billion for the broadband. I appreciate you listening so intently and in a genuine way. Also, thank you for breaking the ethnic and color barrier. This gives us all hope to achieve any goal. Vice President Harris, thank you for joining our 78th annual convention, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Chairperson Erin Payman. It is so good to see you, and good morning to everyone. Thank you, all of you, everyone, for your incredible leadership, the courage of your leadership, the tenacity of your leadership, and most importantly, for your commitment to build a strong nation-to-nation relationship with our administration. President Joe Biden and I believe that the bond between our nations is sacred, and we take seriously our responsibility to one another. It is an honor, of course, to be with you this week as we celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day, as we speak truth about our nation's history. Since 1934, every October, the United States has recognized the voyage of the European explorers who first landed on the shores of the Americas. But that is not the whole story. That has never been the whole story. Those explorers ushered in a wave of devastation for tribal nations, perpetrating violence, stealing land, and spreading disease. We must not shy away from this shameful past, and we must shed light on it and do everything we can to address the impact of the past on Native communities today. Today, we know that Native women and girls are missing and murdered at alarming rates. This is an epidemic, and it must end. Today, we also know that Native American voters are being systematically denied access to the ballot box, which is why we must pass the Freedom to Vote Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. We also know that Native Americans serve at the highest levels of our nation's government, that Native Americans serve in our nation's military at the highest rates of any group, that Native Americans do the work that we know is essential to make our nation work. And still, Native Americans are more likely to live in poverty, to be unemployed, and often struggle to get quality health care and to find affordable housing. This persistent inequity, this persistent injustice is not right, and the pandemic has only made it worse. I believe strongly that we right now have a chance to change things, to improve things, to be better for this generation and for the 7 generations to come. Because I believe that we are at the beginning of a new era and a moment of incredible transformation as we work to rebuild our economy,